everyone. Thanks for tuning into Sis Workshop. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we're going to be reviewing Murder at a Scottish Wedding by Tracy Hall. Full disclosure, this book was gifted to me by the author herself. I work at a bookstore. She had a signing there, which was coordinated in part by me. And being an aspiring author myself, I decided to chat with her, pick her brain. And when she found out, that I do book reviews, in my free time, and I take it quite seriously. She gifted me a copy of this book when it was still in ARC. Better late than never. She is a sweet person. I really do like her, and you know what? I have to say, I enjoyed this book more than I thought I would. It's really funny. When I tell all my friends that I love cozy mysteries, they look at me like, really? Because I'm typically a doom and gloom girl. My friends will call me like a preppy goth or a hippie goth, and they're just like, you're such a pastel goth. Because I really I am quite gothic in my aesthetic. My coworkers are just like, why are you gothic? I'm like, I like the aesthetic. It suits me. I'm a doom and gloom girl. I don't know what to tell you. So whenever they see me in like a bright color like pink, they're just like, in fact, some of my coworkers are just like, no, you never wear bright colors. But my friend Gina has had to correct them on occasion and be like, no, she has. She does wear bright colors. So, it's always kind of a shock to people when I tell them like, yeah, I love cozy mysteries. I do. I think they're sweet and wholesome, and I love them more than actual mystery thrillers. Don't get me wrong. I love horror movies, and I love mystery thrillers. I love tension, and I love the thrill. I mean, I'm a huge slasher girl film. I know that's a different genre, but still, these are the things that I like. So when I group cozy mysteries in with all the things that I like, they're like, really? I'm just very particular about my cozy mysteries. Sophie Kelly is one of my favorites. I will recommend her all the time. The Shady Grove series, I want to read it so badly because those covers are so cute. Pretty much if it has a cat on the cover, I'll probably read it. But it's just kind of sweet and wholesome, and I love cozy mysteries for that reason, because they're still a mystery thriller, but they're not, I guess, traumatizing is the wrong word for that, clearly. They're different. They're softer. And I do like them. So I'm really glad I was able to read this book because it really was phenomenal. And for me, my biggest takeaway was just how authentic it felt to me. It was very authentic and feel. I love that Tracy Hall was really able to transport me, the reader, to the Scottish Highlands because it takes place in Scotland. Our main character, Paisley, is at a wedding. In fact, she is the maid of honor, and then all of a sudden someone dies at the wedding, and the bride's fiance is just like, this union is cursed. That's it. They're just like, this is cursed. You can't marry her. Curse. They're very superstitious, right? So they really don't want their son to marry her friend. So, turns out, the police found arsenic and like, well, this wasn't an accident, it was a murder. So she is determined, our main character, she is determined to just be like, I'm going to solve this for you, bestie, because no one's going to deny you the chance to marry the man of your dreams. Like, F that, man. She is such a sweetheart. I was transported to Scotland, not just because of the setting and the atmosphere, but also the lingo. I mean, these characters sounded so authentically Scottish that I was just captivated. I will say there were times where I was confused. I'm like, I didn't know what you're saying. But context clues are everything. Context clues can be an author's best friend. In fact, some authors should use more context clues. I will review more books on that subject, don't worry. She uses a lot of context clues, but she does it in a way that doesn't take me out of the story. I can kind of figure out what they're saying just because of the dialogue and the direction that it's going. It's not so obvious to the point where it creates this barrier between me and the story. Struggling to understand what some of the phrases are saying, I might struggle once, but the moment they use it again and again and again, I've already figured it out once. So I already know what it means later on. I'm not struggling. I'm just going with the flow of the story. And I love it. It flowed very, very well. And I do love the characterization. She's a single mom. She's sleuthing. She's just trying to ask the right questions because she just wants what's best for her friend. She wants her friend to be happy. By the way, Gina, if you're wondering, if you're watching this, I would definitely do this for you. I would 100% just become a sleuth just to get you out of any trouble. Although, to be fair, I think between the two of us, I would be the one getting into trouble. Neither here nor there. In any case, I loved that characterization. I love the dynamic between her and her friend. I do like the tension as well that builds up throughout the story. All the pieces that she's gathering to put the mystery together, they fit. It does fit very well, like a perfectly cut puzzle, to the point where that ending, I didn't see that ending coming, but it made sense. But the murderer, not even on my list of suspects. And I love it when the end result didn't even suspect them. It did not even suspect them for a second. They just kind of appeared once, a couple times. They seemed like a cool person. And then once you're seeing all the pieces fit together, you're like, wow, that person's a really conniving, evil person. So I enjoyed that. I enjoy when a mystery catches me off guard because I don't want to solve the story halfway through it. I want to be surprised when I get to the end. And I was surprised when I got to the end. So, it really was such a captivating story. I really do highly recommend it. And I do, again, I work in a bookstore. It is one of my go-to cozy mysteries. Someone's just like, well, I like a cozy. I'm like, this is an excellent cozy mystery for you. If I had to rate it, I would give it a soft 4 out of 5 stars. It didn't quite blow me away. I think 3.75, because on Storygraph, that is the rating I gave it. Not quite a 4, because I'm trying, as I read, I'm discovering, the way I rank 4s is kind of changing. On Goodreads, you have to either round up or down, so I rounded up and gave it a 4. But I think on Storygraph, I would give it a 3.75 because it's a really good story. It's short, it's quick, it moves, it feels authentic, it feels very realistic, and it was able to hold my attention from beginning to end while also catching me off guard in a way that made sense when I got to the ending. And that's what I appreciated. So 3.75, soft 4 out of 5 stars. I will, of course, include links in the description below and where you can purchase the book if you so desire. And on that note, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with all your book-loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.